All right, Brave Nation, this next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man, the mixed martial artist with a professional record of 8 wins and 2 losses. He stands 184 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 84.2 kilograms. Representing a UFC Academy and fighting out of Egypt, please welcome Ahmed Sami! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man, the mixed martial artist with a professional record of 5 wins and 3 losses. He stands 183 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 84.2 kilograms. Representing Fight Box Egypt and fighting out of Egypt, put your hands together for Omar God First El Dafrawy. Your referees, the Vanilla Gorilla, Aaron Wallace.
Ahmed Sami, an incredible striker. Be interesting to see how he approaches this fight. As we said, Omar El Dafrawy, a completely different entity to the fighter that lost to Ahmed Sami back in 2018, because MMA, as we know, evolves at such an expedited rate. And on a single leg, but eating some big shots, scores the takedown. In his last fight, Omar El Dafrawy spent a lot of time on his back against Kevin Ruart. You see, he was trying to work for the triangle there, but Ahmed Sami wise to it.
Dafrawy staying active on bottom. Tried to get control of an arm. There he goes for a knee shield, looking for an arm bar perhaps soon.
Sami doing a good job of keeping the hips square. Oh, big shot landed. Oh, maybe trying to get in on the heel.
He does not have the right part of his arm there. No danger yet.
And you have to be so careful when you're attacking a lower limb submission, because you have to commit both hands to it, which can leave you vulnerable to getting punched right in the face.
Dafrawy again spinning those hips.
Sami needs to square off a little bit here. There it is. Has one butterfly hook there. May try an elevator sweep.
Very nice guard work so far from Omar El Dafrawy. He's largely keeping himself safe. Has not gotten close to a sweep or a finish, but he's starting to set him up. Very good technique we saw here. Very, very important when you're on bottom that you land some shots.
Oh, Ahmed Sami may have just thrown himself into a triangle. Can't quite see if the arm's in. Think he's safe.
Oh, that leg is looking for a head to go over.
Oh, he's trying to close it. Can't quite see if he has the arm from this position. Scope for a big up kick, but Ahmed Sami doing a great job of just compressing Omar El Dafrawy. I think Ahmed Sami might be cut, Kirk.
Some big shots coming down his way. Wouldn't be a surprise.
Trying to go inverted, big up kick. Solid ground and pound being landed here by Ahmed Sami. Omar El Dafrawy needs to move.
There is a time, Brave Nation, to strike from the bottom. That was not it. You don't want to exchange punches with somebody who's on top because gravity is a thing.
Scope here for elbows from Ahmed Sami.
We've got a guard return, or just about.
Oh, back take potentially for Ahmed Sami here.
Omar El Dafrawy is up. Maybe looking to grab an arm now. Put a kimura on it.
Can't quite see just how significant that cut is. But that looks like a lot of blood, Kirk. If that's above the eye, it could prove problematic. Double underhooks. 50-50 position now. Ahmed Sami just grinding on Omar El Dafrawy against the cage. Trying to take a little bit of the wind out of his sails. Beautiful head position.
Excellent use of the head, excellent transition down to the ground. Wants to avoid that guard now, wants to stay in topside control.
Switching between scarf and side control, but Omar El Dafrawy gets right back up. Spinning back fist attempt, but that's the danger. Oh, huge shots from Omar El Dafrawy to finish the round. Quasi crucifix position.
Call from the corner for quick elbows was not quite timed.
Jess Isaacson tending to that cut straight away. Can't quite see just how bad it is. Doesn't seem to be impeding the vision.
Getting a second look at some of that exciting action. Picture perfect double leg. Nice work from El Dafrawy, pulling guard. This is where Dafrawy should not have been hitting back. Wanted to get to the safety that is represented by guard.
That is beautiful head positioning from Ahmed Sami. Just right.
And a sneaky little sweep. Oh, there is a price to pay when you do those highlight reel techniques and they do not work. It's not free. All right, both these fighters have their marching orders. No, they're fighting orders. Oh, let's see who can carry them out better.
Second round. Omar El Dafrawy cannot afford to spend a lot of time on his back in this round.
Whew.
Might have been a little bump of the heads there. Big kick to the body from the southpaw El Dafrawy. Oh, that was a beautiful front kick. That landed clean. Omar El Dafrawy just eats it, but now Ahmed Sami trying to put the pressure on. Oh, big knee from El Dafrawy. Again, Ahmed Sami pressuring Omar against the cage.
Elbows a little too high to be putting that neck in any danger on the guillotine.
Oh, he jumps guard. This is potentially dangerous because if you don't get it, it's arm in guillotine is traditionally a little bit harder to get. Dafrawy needs to get that guard a little bit higher for my liking. Seems to be tightening it up, but he's very low. I'd like to see him get those legs up a little bit higher.
As the saying goes, good luck with that. It's going to be very tough. That's about it.
May find himself... Again, this is not where Omar wants to be. And it's where Ahmed Sami did some of his best work.
Very smart of Omar, though, to throw some shots in there. There was no takedown. He volunteered to go on bottom. Did go for a credible submission attempt. Now he's outstriking his opponent from bottom.
Big elbows being landed through the guard here by Ahmed Sami. Is Ahmed Sami perhaps a little bit fatigued?
I was going to say, Phil, the pace has slowed measurably at this point. Could be fatigue, maybe a little bit of a stalemate in terms of their skill sets.
Maybe a little bit of an adrenaline dump for Ahmed Sami. This is, of course, his Brave Combat Federation debut.
Nice push elbows coming from top.
Intelligent work just to cover the mouth, but big hammer fist.
Woo. Thunderous kicks coming from top. May not have a huge effect, but certainly they're going to play to the judges.
So Omar seems happy to stay in this position. I'd like to see him with a little bit more urgency, but
he's slow to come off the floor, Phil. There may be a conditioning issue here.
both these fighters might be fatigued.
There is a conditioning issue here.
Oh, he's definitely tired. I think both these guys are maybe sucking in wind a little bit.
Dafrawy's corner wants him to make a little bit of room, come in with a point of the elbow. But it's Ahmed Sami that's landing the shots now.
Dafrawy needs to get the feet on the hips, try and create a little bit of space and get back to his feet. As aesthetically, it does not look good in the eyes of the judges if you're spending a lot of time on your back.
Dafrawy clearly tired at this point. He may even be willing to take a couple of shots if it buys him a few more seconds to rest up.
Oh, it's a big shot from Sami. Ahmed Sami smiles for the camera. If I was him, I'd be a little bit more concerned with what's going on in the fight. Still throwing shots. Big shot over the top. If you're Ahmed Sami, might be a good idea just to stand off a little bit and let Dafrawy back to his feet if he's a little bit compromised and tired.
He's enjoying this. He's grinding his opponent down more, thinks he can land enough shots because taking a shot, eating a shot is actually physically tiring. Knows his opponent's tired, thinks he can hit him a few more times. And Brave Nation, when Phil and I reference a fighter's condition, we are not suggesting in any way, shape, or form that he did not adequately prepare. It's always typically an injury.
Big shots mounted. Maybe looking at the beginning of the end. Does he have enough time? Saved by the buzzer. It'll be interesting to see if Omar El Dafrawy can come out for the third round.
He's got an excellent corner. They're going to assess their man physically. They're going to assess him mentally. And if they don't think it's the right thing for him to do, they're going to keep him in the corner and call it. Here we're watching these elbows rain down. And again, Brave Nation, Omar El Dafrawy, in all likelihood, got injured at some point during his training. Wasn't able to do the cardio that he knew he needed to do. Took the fight anyways, stepped in here. But he is gassed at this point, and getting elbowed in the head is exhausting. I'm not saying that as a joke. When you get hit hard, it's harder to breathe. Your blood doesn't go as well through your system. It's exhausting. Getting punched in the face, elbowed in the head, it's like running. So he is doubly compromised now in terms of his condition.
And also spending that amount of time on your back with a fighter in a dominant position on top, that in and of itself is incredibly draining.
Dafrawy holding his arms over his head, trying to force some oxygen into his lungs. Phil, Omar El Dafrawy is fighting just on heart now.
Trying to find a home for that straight left.
His muscles do not have the oxygen that they need to function.
And you can see he's struggling to keep the hands up, gets taken down. And if Ahmed Sami can get himself in the dominant position and land some of those hellacious elbows, it could be over pretty quickly. Big elbow, you heard the crack of that. That's one of the things I love about these exclusive events. You can hear the shots reverberate around the arena.
Dafrawy now has a closed guard, clamped down on his opponent's head. Brave Nation, the opponent then cannot move the head back, which you need. You need that distance, that leverage in order to land big shots. You can throw little shots from there, but not big ones until the head clears back.
El Dafrawy took a big deep breath. You can see Sami trying to land those elbows. Dafrawy trying to lock up the arms. Dafrawy really needs to do something here, Kirik, but as you say, if you are gassed and fatigued, this is absolute hell for Dafrawy.
He's operating right now, Phil, on heart and instinct. He simply does not have the physical ability right now to fight.
Transition to side control, and Dafrawy, you can tell he's not even getting onto the hip to try and shrimp back in. Try and get a knee in.
The beginnings of a key lock attempt there was shut down, but there may be a second one shortly.
Now he's just rubbing the point of the elbow into the face of Dafrawy. That was pure heart by Dafrawy to get to his knees, but he's eating huge shots here.
Dafrawy's corner imploring him to keep moving. His movement has now been shut down almost completely.
And you wonder what Dafrawy has left. He's going to eat some big shots here. Elbows getting through.
Bottom half guard up against the fence, his 3/4 mounted.
You have to give credit to Dafrawy for still being there.
He's got a massive heart.
Ahmed Sami enjoying himself in there. Big elbows. He's finding the gaps. Into that anchor position, and from here Ahmed Sami just wants to uncork some ground and pound.
Key lock attempt from inside guard, very unlikely to work.
Dafrawy just doesn't have anything left in his legs, does he, Kirik?
Nothing left in the legs. It's the heart and the lungs that are, I'm speaking about the heart physically there, not metaphorically. The heart and lungs just are not pushing the oxygen to his body that he needs.
Into the final minute of the third and final round. Can Ahmed Sami get the finish, or can Omar El Dafrawy pull a rabbit out of the hat? That's a fantastic elbow. These are big shots, Kirik, right in
Big
front of us.
shots coming down, Brave Nation. Dafrawy is compromised now.
Oh, huge flying knee, eats a head kick.
Short time now, Brave Nation.
Can Ahmed Sami get it done? And Kirik, would it be out of the realms of possibility to say that we could be looking at a 10-8 round here?
Yeah, they're much more generous now under the refinement of the unified rules. This is absolutely, in my mind, a 10-8 round. Almost called that fight with 1 second to go.
Referee Aaron Wallace very nearly called that, didn't he, Kirik?
Brave Nation, the Vanilla Gorilla was a split second away from calling the end of that fight.
But again, you have to talk about the heart of Omar El Dafrawy, staying in there when he was clearly compromised after the first round.
This is literally a case of watching a man fight his heart out, Phil.
That's a great point. I thought we were going to see a finish at the end there from Ahmed Sami. Landed a flying knee, a head kick, big shots. Pretty much did everything but finish the fight. That third round was incredibly dominant.
That was, Phil, this is actually a great fight for Omar El Dafrawy. He learned how tough he is. He learned that with nothing left in the gas tank, he can hang in there. That's going to stand him in very good stead in future fights.
That was a huge pop knee. Look at that, right on the button.
Dafrawy finally standing under his own power. Unable even to drink water right now.
All heart from Omar El Dafrawy. Ahmed Sami is now 2-0 against Omar El Dafrawy. Moves to 9-2 in his professional career. Final scores just being tabulated. I don't think the outcome of this is going to be contentious or a surprise to anyone, Keurig.
We know who's gonna win, but there is some question as to whether there was a 10-8, even conceivably two 10-8s in there. Brave Nation, for those of you that aren't up on the unified rules math, if you hear 30-27, it means it was 10-9 times 3. If you hear 30-26, it means there was a 10-8 round. 10-8 rounds are becoming much more common in this sport in an attempt to have the 10-point must system more accurately reflect what happens in the MMA cage. 10-point must works great for boxing, a little problematic with only 3 rounds in MMA. Issuing more 10-8 rounds is a step towards trying to make it more accurate.
Carlos Kramer is in the cage. The roaring lion is about to make it official.
All right, Brave Nation, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 30-26. Second judge scores about 29-27. And your third judge scores about 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Ahmed Sami!